Climate Temperature, brought to you by your local Honda dealer.
This is Powerball. Good evening, America. I'm Laura Johnson. Tonight we have another life-changing jackpot for you. It's worth an estimated $655.3 million. So get those tickets out. Let's play. That first number up is 30, followed by the number 26. Tonight we're going to meet the Powerball 14, who won $50,000 playing Powerball. Now for the rest of those numbers, we've got 8, 16, rounding it out with 58. Your Powerball number tonight, good luck everyone, is 14, and your Power Play multiplier is 2.
Right now on News Channel 6 at 6, a major shakeup could be coming for THC and hemp companies in South Carolina. Businesses say their future's on the line. Also ahead, a proposed upgrade for Oscoga Lake Road in Aiken County. A look at those plans. And remembering the life and legacy of Scott Seidel, the leader of the Augusta Players. Your news at 11 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 11.
Hey everybody, I'm Brad Means. We do thank you for joining us. As coverage you can count on begins with gunfire in North Augusta. Public Safety says it happened this evening during a custody exchange at Edgewood Square. 2 men got into a fight. 1 man fired a shot and grazed the other man in the head. The victim taken to the hospital. All this during a custody exchange. More details as they come in. Lawmakers debating a bill that would change how THC and hemp products. It is time now for our first check of our weather, and for that we want to check in with our chief meteorologist, Jenna Petracci.
Well, Brad, it was a really lovely day. Comfortable temperatures in the afternoon. We made it into the 70s. It was a sunny day, but now, of course, you can't tell, but we do have this cloud cover that's moved into the CSRA. Here's our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam over McDuffie County. Today's almanac shows no rain today anywhere in the CSRA, but we all started out cold, around 40 degrees. Then this afternoon, nearly 10 degrees above average, made it to 74 in Augusta. Current temperatures are down to 51 in Augusta. This is the coldest it's going to get tonight. Clouds will continue to keep us on the warmer side overnight. 60 in Swainsboro, still 56 in Gibson, and 54 in Lincolnton. So there's the cloud cover pushing in. We're not seeing any rain at this time. Dew points are still very low with high pressure in control. So dry through tomorrow morning, then things could change. Winds are coming out of the east, only up to around 7 miles per hour. So overall, pretty quiet night. Just the mostly cloudy skies tomorrow morning when you're headed out the door with temperatures in the 50s. Now looking ahead, it's going to be a warm day tomorrow, 80 in the afternoon, and then those showers and storms move in Wednesday morning. I'll time it out for you coming up, but back to you, Brad.
Jenna, thanks. 9 people facing charges after an investigation into crimes against children. Grovetown police and the GBI took aim at suspected child predators in the CSRA. The suspects accused of going to meeting locations where instead of a child, the Grovetown PD met them. Charges include computer pornography, child exploitation, and human trafficking. The Richmond County Sheriff's Office investigating a shooting. This happened last night on Brenda Court in Augusta. Deputies say 2 women were fighting. One of them pulled a gun and shot the other. No word on the victim's condition. Aiken County looking for input on upgrades to Oscoga Lake Road. There's a new study that covers Oscoga Lake from Edgefield Road down to Canal Street, a corridor that's very busy, connecting neighborhoods, businesses, churches, volunteer fire departments, a school, you name it. County
We're widening the roads and maybe putting sidewalks. I think the traffic flow would be even better.
Well, we have to just face the facts. We're not a sleepy little town anymore. We've grown up. There's more traffic. We have to get safer. The road's got to be improved, and I'm glad they want our input.
There will be public meetings throughout next year, then final plans expected by late 2026. The Georgia Department of Public Health is receiving nearly $3 million in federal highway safety funding. It's a grant awarded through the Governor's Office of Highway Safety, and it supports programs that reduce crashes, injuries, and traffic deaths. The biggest share, $1.8 million, goes to the Child Occupant Safety Project that provides car seats and training all over the state. Georgia saw more than 1,600 traffic deaths last year, nearly half unbelted. The world's busiest airport. This community mourning the loss of a key figure in the local arts community. Scott Seidel, the executive director of the Augusta Players, died yesterday. Graham Lee has more.
And it's amazing. We're thrilled. But it's
Seidel served as the executive director for the Augusta Players since 2017. His colleagues say his legacy will live on.
We are pushing through, and what we continue to do is help build on his legacy. We think, what would Scott want us to do right now? And he would definitely say, get back to rehearsal. It's time to rehearse.
Tributes are coming in across the community, including out front at the Miller Theater. The man in charge of the theater says Seidel was a beloved community partner who adored the theater and the Augusta Symphony.
Working with him was a joy. I mean, he was hilarious. He was smart. He was fun, and he was so talented. And what he brought to the community was immense.
The Greater Augusta Arts Council is also remembering Seidel.
I mean, before the Players moved into their new grand facility, they were upstairs above us in the Sacred Heart Cultural Center, and they just kept us going, the entire staff. But Scott, more particularly, would always make a point to stop down, and we're going to miss him. We're definitely going to miss him. But
DeCarlo says he'll be remembered most as a kind, hardworking person and a man of many talents.
No job was too small for him, and that just really shows the type of person he is and how dedicated he was to this company. This company was truly his life, and he poured a lot of energy into it, and for that we are forever thankful.
And while mourning the loss of Seidel, the Augusta Players are getting ready for their next show, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And they say the show will go on, and that's what Seidel would have wanted. The show's set for December 12th through the 14th at the Imperial Theater. Ticket information at AugustaPlayers.org.
I think what Senator Mark Kelly was actually trying to do was intimidate the 1.3 million active duty service members who are currently serving in our United States Armed Forces.
Coming up, the Department of Defense said it is launching a thorough review into Senator Mark Kelly, citing serious allegations of misconduct. Stay with us.
It will be a warm and cloudy Tuesday with storms on the way. After the storms push through the area, we'll see a big cool down just in time for the holiday. I'll have your full day for 6 forecast when we return.
CSRA's favorite news app is now even better with easier access to local news, weather, and live streaming video. Download the News Channel 6 mobile app. Your most watched local news is getting a big plus.
WJBF 6 Plus.
The CSRA's trusted news source, now on demand.
WJBF 6 Plus is ready when you are. Download it free today on your favorite streaming device.
It's back.
The News Channel 6 mobile app is now even better. Download it today. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live 5 for 6.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed your Monday. Here's a live look at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam into Burke County. Nice dry night, just pretty cloudy out there. You can see our mostly cloudy sky icon with temperatures in the lower 50s here in town. Dew points are in the mid 40s, so high pressure is still in control, keeping us dry and quiet. With some places even at 60 degrees, like Sandersville. Swainsboro, you're at 61. Down to 51 as well in Saluda, and then everyone else is in between. So there's the cloud cover moving in on satellite and radar. No rain, though, for Georgia or South Carolina at this time. The warm front's lifting to our north. That's going to bring us a southerly wind, which will really help to warm things up tomorrow. And then we're watching this batch of showers and storms. This will eventually move into our direction, bringing us some much-needed rain. And we'll talk about that in just a moment. But for tomorrow, most of the day's looking dry, just more clouds than sunshine. 54 at 7 a.m. and then upper 70s to low 80s throughout the day. Tomorrow could end up being our last 80-degree day of the season, and hopefully it begins to end the stretch we've had of no rain. It's now been 26 days in a row of no measurable precipitation in Augusta. Of course, some places in the CSRA have picked up a little bit of rain, maybe even over the weekend you could have seen some, but for Augusta Busch Field, our sensors still at 0 inches for the entire month. Our best shot at seeing rain is going to be on Wednesday. Wednesday during the morning hours, then a dry period just in time for any holiday plans, and then rain chances pick back up as we go into the beginning of December. So keep in mind that we will have some minor travel impacts on the roadways early Wednesday morning in this area highlighted in yellow, indicating where we could see some storms, and that includes the CSRA. So we have a marginal risk of severe weather for northwestern counties for Wednesday morning. This lasts until around 7 a.m. Then as the cold front pushes through the CSRA, it's going to lose a lot of its intensity, and the rest of the area likely will not see anything severe. But here's tomorrow at 6 a.m. It's possible that we could have some areas of drizzle on top of the cloud cover, but most of the day is going to be dry. We'll see some sunshine as we get into the afternoon with winds out of the south bringing in that moisture and warm air. Then the cold front moves through Wednesday overnight into the early morning hours, pushes out of the area by Wednesday evening, so nice clear skies, and the entire southeast is in the clear if you're hitting the roads Wednesday night leading up to Thanksgiving Day. Maybe even some snow showers up towards the north as this colder air moves in and high pressure goes back into control. So here's a closer look at Wednesday at 4 a.m. That's when our northwestern counties will start to see the storms first. So don't be alarmed if you wake up to some thunder, you see some lightning, and be very careful when you're headed out on the roads Wednesday morning. This is right across the metro around 7 to 9 a.m. Moves out to the southeast by 10 to 11. And then by the lunch hour, all of us are looking good. So that colder air moves in behind the front. Highs only in the 50s in some places on Thanksgiving Day. So definitely a significant cool down. And you can see the difference in the temperatures from the 70s on Wednesday to 60 on Thursday, and then highs only in the 50s Friday, and low temperatures well below freezing in the upper 20s. Now, we're not expecting this to last for long. We'll have that big dip, and then we rise all the way back to 69 degrees on Monday. So you can see on the 10-day forecast here, we have a little bit of something for everyone, all different temperatures, rain chances, sunshine, clouds, and then as we go into next week, a warmer pattern with those chances of rain.
All right, Jenna, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. There she is, First Lady Melania Trump, welcoming this. Well, only a handful of local high school football teams are still in the hunt for a state championship. We'll tell you about one of them with a lot to prove this week in sports.
Every day. Many families in our community are facing food insecurity, but help is available. WJBF and our Giving Your Best partners are working together to fight hunger in the CSRA. Whether you're looking to give or receive support, we've made it easy to find the resources you need. Visit WJBF.com/fighthunger to connect with local food pantries, donation drives, and volunteer opportunities. Together, we can make sure no one in our community goes hungry. Weather headlines on News Channel 6, brought to you by Southpaw Roofing. The Live Viper 6 mobile app. Download it today. Now, WJBF sports coverage you can count on.
Thanksgiving is in the air this week, and so are the footballs. High school football teams practicing on Thanksgiving week. It's like a rite of passage in the sport, and we've got 7 in the CSRA still alive. One of those teams is the Strom Thurmond Rebels at 11-2. Coach Andrew Webb's bunch is making their first trip to the SCHSL Class 2A semifinals since 2012. Last year, Rebels were bounced from postseason play in the first round, and Coach Webb says that was motivation that kept them believing that they can take the next step this year, which in this case is winning an upper state championship, which would punch their ticket to their first trip to a state title game since winning it all back in 2005.
That was a tough pill to swallow, getting on that bus last year and having to ride home from Chester with our season over in the first round. But, you know, these guys used it as motivation, and we were able to learn from those tough losses, learn those lessons about how important the little things are, and this year we've taken advantage of them.
We just work hard, get back to this point, and go farther. I feel like we're ready got to put 4 good days of practice together. Yeah, go out there and perform on Friday.
Now, Strom Thurmond will meet Fairfield Central this Friday at 7:30 p.m. It'll be just the second meeting all time between the two programs, the first coming in the quarterfinals of the playoffs back in 2014. Now, Strom Thurmond is just one of 2 South Carolina teams and 7 CSRA teams in all still in the hunt. The other in South Carolina is Class A number 1 Bamberg Earhart. Coach Corey Crosby's undefeated squad will lock horns with Cross Friday at home in the Class A semifinal. As far as Georgia goes, 5 teams remain in the GHSA quarterfinals. Here are those matchups. You see it on your screen. Burke County travels to Rockmart. Thompson goes to Columbus to take on defending Class 2A state champion Columbus Carver. Columbus. Lincoln County hosts Brooks County. Undefeated Screven County heads to Early County in Class A Division II, and Jenkins County on the road at Bowden. And of course, we're going to have coverage of all these games during our Football Friday night show this Friday. This week's going to happen during our 11 p.m. newscast. Well, shifting to the NFL, on Sunday, it was the Atlanta Falcons getting the win against rival New Orleans. Could the Carolina Panthers follow suit on Monday Night Football? Carolina fresh off last week's win against the Falcons on the road in San Fran. Monday night, early third quarter, down 10-3. Rico Dowdell's nice run, perhaps a sign of things to come for a struggling Carolina Panther offense Monday night. Under a minute now, though, third quarter, Bryce Young uncorks a laser to Mr. McMillan over the shoulder. Beautiful pass. Put the Panthers back in it. No extra point. Pulls it to the 17-9 deficit. But the 49ers defense would hold serve. They'd add another field goal in the fourth quarter, and they would run it out from there. Defense holds 20-9 win. Panthers fall to 6-6 and try to get back over 500 Sunday against the Los Angeles Rams. So no dice for the Panthers, but got a lot of high school football this week to see who's going to be able to take those next steps toward a championship.
Yeah, I can't wait. Busy holiday weekend.
Busy. Gotta love it.
All right, Gabriel, thanks. Still ahead, from Santa to Sand, an annual art festival, and we'll tell you about it in a moment. Take a look at the masterpieces created in this sand sculpting competition down in Florida. It's called Sanding Ovations. They do it every year. Just beautiful work, and this year they celebrated the recovery of that part of the Sunshine State from Hurricanes Helene and Milton. The beach hit so hard they couldn't have that competition last year. Thank you all for watching. Have a great night. It's time to update that old tub with